Hello everybody, I'm Captain Jonathan Klein, Commanding Officer of Naval Support Activity, Hampton Roads. We're here with episode number 22 of Q&A with the Captain, our weekly video series during the COVID pandemic to try to keep you informed of the important policies and events that are going on to support you during the pandemic. So this week we want to start off, as always, with our health protection condition. So we remain in health protection condition Charlie. Local trajectory of symptoms and cases is continuing to go down, but 9 of our 15 health districts are still above that 50 per 100,000 per week threshold. And we're also looking very closely at the statistics as it follows Labor Day. There was a very clear bump after Memorial Day and another one after the 4th of July. So as we monitor data, we're looking to make sure that over the couple of days since a couple of weeks since Labor Day, we don't see a similar bump in cases locally. So please continue to comply with for the sailors out there, the page 13 for our civilian partners to minimize your interaction in large crowds and things like that, so that we continue to keep our workplaces as clean as possible and free of COVID. So thanks for your continued cooperation with that. So on to some good news stuff to start off the week. This week our security department has had a pretty busy week and just some great performances. I won't go into the details, but for our sentries out there who have responded to a couple of pretty challenging calls over at Portsmouth Annex, thank you very much for the professional performance. I want you to know it's noticed not just by me, but all the way up the chain of command to Admiral Rock and CNIC. So that professionalism and always being ready, that's what we expect, and you guys performed brilliantly this week. So thank you very much for that. Next, I'd like to say a big thank you to our ombudsman, Jennifer Carlson. So on September 14th, 1970, Admiral Elmo Zumwalt established the Navy Family Command Ombudsman Program. For those of you who don't know what an ombudsman is, now ombudsman is a volunteer who gives their time to the Navy family to be, I would say, to crisis management. So deployed units, a lot of times they'll have a couple of them. And the role is to be the resource for that family who's in a challenging or stressful time and doesn't know who to turn to. The ombudsman go through an extensive training program. They have a monthly training requirement and a monthly ombudsman assembly that they go to stay up to date on the most current resources available in the local area. And Jennifer has done a great job supporting this command. And not only this command, anybody can reach out to any ombudsman, as it turns out, as we're finding out. And that ombudsman will in turn help them find the right resource. So the ombudsman program is 50 years strong. It's an essential part of what we do to support the Navy family, and I just want to extend my personal thanks to Jennifer for her service, and ask that you all, if you see her in passing, she comes in to do indocs and things like that for us. Just tell her thank you for her service to the Navy and to the Navy family. Next topic is the payroll tax holiday. So most of you have probably heard by now about the presidential memorandum concerning a deferral of Social Security taxes. It went into effect back on September 1st, and essentially, to emphasize, it is a tax deferral, not a tax forgiveness. And so the important thing to remember is for the next 4 months, that payroll tax will not be collected. So your pay will go up by 6.2%. as long as you're under a certain income threshold. For civilians, it started with the September 12th pay period, and it's if you earn less than $4,000 per pay period. And for military, it went into effect on the 15th pay period, and it's if you earn less than $8,333 per month, I believe the number is. And so what will happen is your pay will go up for the next 4 months. And then starting on January 1st, as of now, instead of the normal 6.2% of Social Security taxes that are collected, the back taxes, the taxes from these 4 months, will also be collected. So your pay will go down by an extra 6.2% right after Christmas. So Navy advice, financial counselor advice is to take that extra money you're seeing in your paycheck, go back to your August LES, look at what your Social Security amount was. Master Chief Bell forwarded out a really good chart the other day that shows for each pay grade how much that Social Security tax is on a monthly basis. So you can go back and see what that is and just take that money. You can either set up an allotment, there's a process to do that on MyPay, or you can just put it in a savings account so that when January rolls around and that money starts getting collected again, you don't find yourself short of money. So if you have any questions about that, we do have a financial specialist over at Fleet and Family, She's been doing a great job getting information out to us, Melissa Bradley. And you can reach her at 953-7854 or 7801. So please reach out to the Fleet family, reach out to your chain of command if you have any questions about the payroll tax holiday. Last topic for today, common access cards. So when the pandemic started, the Navy extended any common access cards that were expiring until September 30th. So essentially, if your CAC was going to expire, you could extend the certificates so you could still log into your computer, and it was extended in our access control system so you could still get onto the base with that expired CAC card. So last week, I think it was on the 11th of September, they released a naval administrative message that said that it's going to end on September 30th. So anybody who has had a CAT card expire over the last 6 months does need to get it replaced. And this is active duty service members and government civilians. For retirees and dependents, they can still have an expired card through March 31st of 2021. But starting September 30th or October 1st, those CAT cards will no longer grant you access to the base, and you'll no longer be able to get access into your computer systems if you're using that to log in. So the NAV admin with the details is 253/20, as I said, published on September 11th. I encourage you to go look that up. I think we put word out through the chain of command, but if you're hearing about this for the first time, please take a look on NPC to get to that message. Our ID card facilities are extending their hours. I think they even got weekend hours. We did have some anecdotal reports that it is challenging to get an appointment. So I believe they are doing walk-in in certain places. But if your CAC is expiring and you can't get an appointment, you absolutely have to go to your chain of command and let them know now so we can help you start working on an alternative to make sure that you don't lose access to the base or lose access to your computer systems. We'll feed that information back to the to our boss, and hopefully we can get some changes implemented to increase the availability of appointments. So that's all for this week. Until next week, wear your masks, wash your hands, and stay safe. Thanks, everybody. Captain out.